Why are you single? I don't go out to meet people. Anxiety. Dude, I feel you. 25, and anxiety has kept me from ever being in a relationship. For the most part I've been happy with it. And actually preferred it over the thought of having to consider another person's opinions, wants, needs. But lately it's been pretty shitty. I'm finally trying to do something about it. But it's a slow process. Introversion plus constant anxiety equals hell. Second wife left last Tuesday. Not interested anymore. After my divorce I was single aside from a few relationships that didn't work out for 25 years. Figured being single was better than being in another shitty relationship. Met my current wife completely by chance. Neither of us was even looking for a relationship. She was widowed a few years prior, but we clicked. Definitely give it some time. Be happy on your own. I'm sorry, man. My last relationship exposed me to how big a piece of shit I actually am, and I probably should finish sorting myself out before I subject someone else to my madness. That's fantastic. Great analysis. In situations like these, the hardest step is usually bringing awareness to the painful truth. You've done that. You will see your way out. I was trying to find the words for myself and you just took them right out of my mouth. The reason I'm single is for exactly this. I ended up shattering someone's soul by trying to figure out my own feelings. I feel horrible about it and I'm genuinely remorseful, but the person is too hurt to accept my apology, which I understand fully. I'm also a fixer and that makes it even more difficult to accept my circumstances. I feel so bad about hurting them, and that's a hard thing to try to push out of your head. I feel the exact same way. Your self-awareness is a critical tool to use on the road to self-enrichment. You are right. Take time to yourself. Good luck. This is a huge acknowledgement in terms of personal growth. Good luck to you. Genuinely. Whenever I'm in a relationship, my life gets worse. I'm happier alone with my pets. Wrong relationships. Or maybe you just prefer being your own person. Either way, nothing wrong with that. Cheers. I'm so satisfied with my life right now that the thought of adding someone to it seems exhausting and unnecessary. That's how I feel as well. I've been married and I wasn't good at it. Me too. This is so peaceful and I have to answer to no one. Except my two demanding guys. My husband died in 2003. He was irreplaceable. I understand. My husband died in 2020. Much love going your way. I came here for laughs, not for crying. That's how I feel about my wife. She hasn't passed or anything. But if I lose her, I'm probably not dating again. When you've had the best, nothing else compares. We've been together nearly 14 years. Since we were both 18. I don't think I can ever replicate that bond and I don't want to try. Mine died in 2015 and I feel exactly the same. Lost mine in 2019 and I feel the same way. Nobody could come close. Can't find anyone I vibe with. Exactly this. I haven't been in a serious relationship for a very long time. I'm not actively looking, and being single is way better than dating the wrong person. This, combined with the length of time I've been single, I've really gotten used to doing what I want when I want. So it's going to take a woman I really vibe with. A really special woman. For me to cast this freedom aside. I tend to vibe with everyone I spend some time with, but somehow not in that way. It's been 4 years since my last real relationship. I put a question mark because I just stopped counting. And now when I meet new people I feel so neutral, like I'm not even looking anymore. I used to feel lonely, but even that eludes me now. Vibing? Such a great word to describe the lack thereof that I feel when meeting really anyone. Random advice, but give more people more of a chance. I only say that BC I was on your boat until I decided to branch up a bit and see how it goes. And thankfully it went well. To each his own, however. I've been single for a little over 4 years. Dating is hard at 44. Not a lot of friends these days, so I don't get out and socialize that much, and online dating is a fucking dumpster fire in my area. It's getting depressing. Online dating is absolutely hell for anyone. But it's a special circle of hell for anybody over 40. Last time I tried online dating, I have to agree with your dumpster fire analysis. It was so defeating to send messages to so many women and get no responses. Then later find out most of them were bots to keep me paying a subscription. Yo, I'm 29, and dating is harder than it's ever been for me. Definitely depressing. Online dating just makes me feel worse about myself. My biggest issue is texting. I would much rather talk on the phone, but that is a dying thing. I get ghosted so much. I am so sick of the constant state of rejection. Even getting a hooker is difficult these days. Shit's kinda fucked and doesn't seem to be getting better anytime soon. I'm not really actively trying anymore. Years of rejections doesn't do wonders for the self-confidence. But I am comfortable being alone. I'm not super bothered by it. It's how it's always been for me. I lack the social skills. Same at some point. Loneliness is far better than being hurt, rejected, and dismissed entirely. I'm sure there are wonderful people out there, but I've met too many of the other people to give a shit about trying anymore. More freedom and a break of relationships is great. It's better this way. I'd rather be alone on my own than alone with company. This is the essential answer, well stated. I have the personality and looks of a sleep-deprived wasp. Had to read this twice. Then you just gotta find someone into melisophilia. Women don't find me attractive, I stopped caring. Reality for lot of men, most honest answer here. By choice, not a fan of having others in my space all the time. And my last relationship kinda made me give up on it. If I meet someone and we click, I'd be open to it. But it just hasn't happened yet. It took me a very long time to realize this for myself. When I was married or had a live-in GF, it was difficult to get time to myself. They just didn't understand why I couldn't handle being around them all the time. Every other relationship since then hasn't lasted past the "why don't you want us to move in together?" phase. I'm fat and ugly. And pretty introverted, so hard for me to talk to people. You can fix one of those things. Me, an empath, sensing you don't like yourself. I just don't care to try anymore. I'm done trying to get to know people only to be ghosted if they lose interest. It's exhausting to put time and effort into dating apps knowing that out of the 100 plus people you message, maybe one will message you back. So I'm just done trying. If I meet someone somewhere and we click, then maybe. But for now I'm just going to be by myself and only worry about myself. I might be old school, but I feel like meeting someone IRL gets you a more genuine connection with someone than today's online dating. Tinder to me looks like a catalog of people, and the thought of being considered as merchandise really hurts me. So I'd rather avoid that. I have an 8-year-old son and I'm nearing 50 years old. Most women my age have already raised their kids and are ready to relax, party, travel. They don't want to deal with someone else's kid. That, and I have no self-esteem and am super awkward. I'm 41 with no kids and completely open to someone with kids. I might even prefer it. I'm disconnected from my entire family, they're toxic and I wanted to change, so being with someone with a bit of a family at least would be nice. Self-esteem you can work on and awkwardness can improve too. It's worth the work. Don't give up on yourself and don't give up on relationships or love. I'm a helpless romantic who falls for the people he has no chance at. Same, and it hurts. Me too. Fall too easy and too hard. I am just ugly. I'm antisocial. I'm too self-centered. Selfish, hopeless, immature, unmotivated and unwilling to work towards a relationship for it to be a thing. If I'm barely living with myself, I wouldn't wish that towards even my worst enemies, let alone a potential partner. Haha, this rings so true for me until I had a successful run of therapy and mood stabilizers. Then relationship life went uphill from there. And then the relationship helped me build up the rest of my life. Don't want to share my pizza with anyone. Username checks out. Likewise but with beans. For reals it has to be one pizza per person lol. I have a really bad habit of focusing my entire energy on whoever I'm dating and all of their needs and wants. To the point where I put all of mine aside. And, unfortunately, people with malicious intents can pick up on that habit. So, I'm taking time to focus on me and learning to place boundaries and actually keeping them up. And also just being comfortable on my own because part of the bad habit comes from me being afraid of always being alone, so I do things to keep them happy so they don't leave. I guess, in short, to take care of myself mentally. I feel like I could have written this same statement. Hope you have luck setting up those boundaries. I'm old. Exactly. So am I. Why bother? They're just going to die, and before they do, I get to exhaust myself being a caregiver. No thanks, I'm going to end up along anyway, so I may as well start now. I like being alone 90% of the time, and I'm selfish in that I want to do what I want when I want. A romantic asexual. Lol, same. I'm trying to fix my worry and self-esteem issues, so I don't overwhelm my partner. I recently realized my mental health is becoming worse and worse. I don't want anybody dealing with my bullshit. I've made the decision to get help before I enter another relationship. Same too, you can do this. It's really hard to get help. But if you have help, it's gonna get better soon or not. But you learn to cope. No one likes me. My ex gave me HPV. The war-causing kind. After we had the talk about STDs and she assured me she had been tested and didn't have it, and then when I confronted her about it months after our breakup, she tried gaslighting me into believing she had told me she had it at the start of our relationship. So that was fun. I'm pretty sure my body has passed the virus in its own already. It's been about a year without any more new warts, but my junk has scars from the removal treatment and I'm too embarrassed to tell any potential partners what they are, so I've sworn off dating altogether. It's been 2 years and no one knows this is why I am not dating. I always just tell my friends I'm enjoying being single and not interested in a relationship, when reality is I'm lonely. My ex also gave me HPV. The cancer-causing kind. I feel you. I bet it felt good to make that confession. I wouldn't stress too much about the HPV, mate. The vast majority of sexually active people will contract a strain or 3 over their lifetime. Often without knowing it. And like you said, it's very likely that it's been eliminated by your body. Don't stress about the scars. Anyone worth your time will be empathetic and understanding. It's my own fault, I literally cannot keep any type of relationship BC. I overthink too much. It's so sad. I know someone would really like me if I wasn't so fucked up in the head. Because my partner just died. Condolences, my friend. Sorry to hear that, hope everything is going well. Recently divorced. So it's too early to get into new relationship. Same, and I am trying to use this time to better myself. I don't go on dates. I'm very unimpressed with the dating pool I'm wading in. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Reddit videos.